Millions of American jobs start right here.
America's farmers export over $100 billion of crops and products.
We have the #1 trade surplus of any American industry.
It's as true today
as it has been for generations.
America's farmers grow America.
Brought to you on behalf of America's farmers by Monsanto.
Congresswoman Gloria Negrete McLeod from California's 35th District, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for inviting me.
Well, I guess just for starters, can you tell us a little bit about yourself and what motivated you to run for office?
Well, I come from California, the 35th District, which is what they now refer to as the Inland Empire. So it's either the beginning of the Inland Empire or the end, depending which way you're going. And so it's about 35 miles from Los Angeles and about 30 miles from San Bernardino. So we're in the middle of what they call the West End.
Okay. And what was it that really made you want to run to serve the people of that Inland Empire?
Well, I think it was just a continuation of my public service.
Okay. And can you tell us a little bit about the agriculture that is within that district?
Well, any place you have a spare acre, they grow strawberries.
Okay.
So it's not like some of the other areas, but we have quite a few little plots everywhere, all around the district. And then we have a lot of cows. We have a good number of dairies in our area.
Okay. And serving on the House Agriculture Committee, what can you tell us about your priorities for your work on that committee?
Well, the reason I chose to be on it, and that's why I requested it, was mostly for the nutritional programs to ensure that our schools have money to feed the children that it does feed, and for seniors.
And certainly the nutrition has been a hot button issue within the Farm Bill debate. And where is that debate has been so contentious? Where do you think it'll be going?
I wasn't here. I was ill the day that they re-voted on the Farm Bill, that they took out the SNAP portion of it, the nutritional portion out of the Farm Bill, and voted on the Farm Bill by itself.
Mm-hmm. So what do you think, or what is your opinion on that split legislation?
Well, the reason they did that is because they had so many Democrats that voted against the Farm Bill, because of the cuts that were $40 billion. I guess the nutritional program of the Farm Bill is a great deal of money that comes with it, and so the people on the other side felt there was too much money that was given to that particular program. They wanted cuts up to 40 billion. The Senate had $4 billion. The House of Representatives had 40. So that was too much for most people to abide.
So serving a very diverse district with a good mix of urban areas as well as those strawberry fields popping up, what kind of diversity of service does that bring to your perspective on the Ag Committee?
Well, it allows me to, because of the dairy industry there, it allows me to have a flavor of agriculture and suburban. The nutritional program for my district is so important. There are probably many of my school districts rely on that to feed those children. We have free and reduced lunches. Some schools go up to 75%. So we want to ensure that we get that, and of course much of those programs also help the seniors.
All right, and serving not only on the House Agriculture Committee but also on the Veterans Affairs Committee, what have you seen to be the big differences between the committee work on those two committees?
The committee, actually both committees as a whole are pretty bipartisan, and we just had a meeting today on the Veterans Committee where the bills were voted out. It was very amicable. Everybody voted for the bills that we took out of there. And it was very amicable when we were serving on the Agriculture Committee. We have not had another committee meeting, but everybody seemed to have worked on a bipartisan issue. But when we got it on the floor, it became more partisan.
So agriculture is known for being less partisan, more regional.
Well, everybody has to eat,
right?
Irrespective of party, irrespective of race, irrespective of religion. Everybody eats.
Right.
So it's very important. To some areas, it's much more important. Of course, California being the 8th largest economy in the world, agriculture is a very big portion of our economy in California. For other states where they have lots of farming, it's very important to them.
So I guess this being your first term at the national level, certainly very experienced at the California state level legislature, what has surprised you most about your first term in Congress?
The fact that we don't vote all at one time, that we're running back and forth, is kind of a surprise to me. The fact that there is much dysfunction here, which surprised me more than anything. So, you know, most of us that ran, everybody that runs say that Congress is broken and we're all coming to fix it. Well, it's really hard to fix something here.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of a disappointment.
Right. So what are some ways that you think could maybe, that disappointment could be averted?
Well, I don't think it can. I think the reality is because everybody comes from a different state who has different priorities, different needs, different kind of people who think differently. California certainly thinks differently than some other state. Even within California, you know, you have north and south issues. You have coastal areas in California that think very differently than inland areas. So until we all think exactly alike in the whole United States and in the world, we're never going to come to some agreement because everybody has different priorities and different needs.
All right. Congresswoman Gloria Negrete McLeod from California's 35th District, thank you for joining us.
You're welcome. Thank you very much.